So I hope I reach you in good health. You all are having a good time in this particular program and at home. Okay, certain things are still uncertain for us, things that are happening around. But I hope you are making a productive time. And before we move to this particular talk, let's pray. Our blessed, our Holy Father, Holy Spirit, and our Blessed Mother guide us and help us as we move together in this particular session. Okay, so I guess you are of a particular age until you are 12th standard. So I was thinking about how I was when I was of your age, and what were the challenges that I was going through when I was in that particular period. And what initially popped up in my mind was how at times I used to wonder what certain people could do, how he or she could do that, why not me? How come she be appreciated, why she be complimented for certain things and I have never been complimented for that? Other person has achieved certain things which could never happen with me. And all this was somewhere or the other was a kind of stressful factor for me. This kind of, and obviously the other person, or might be at home, your friends or your siblings might look at him, look at her, how she has done that, how things have worked out for her. So all this was a bit challenging for me, and I guess for few people who were of my age then too, and for you now. Okay, so then and even now, what I fail to recognize most of the time is my God has created me different from a second person. From all the million people around the world, I am designed to be different. Right from the minute cell of mine, or the minute or the microscopic DNA of mine, I am different from a second person. And if God has designed me, if God has created me to be different, why should I have that thought? And maybe it's not just all this biological constituents. Obviously, my family patterns, the background that I am coming from, and each and every single experience that I have had in my life is different from what a second person have had. And I know for sure how am I as a person today is from all the experiences that I personally had. If I interact with you in a different way, or I interact with you in a certain manner, that is because I have observed, I have learned, and I have understood what is comfortable with me and how could I deal with a second person in a better way. And that will obviously determine what I am as a person today. My personality characteristics, everything is important, and it is different from a second person. See, for example, if you consider two identical twins who are similar in a lot of aspects, even to their all the biological things or the biological underlying things, they as individuals would be different. And this individual difference comes from their upbringing, and as I said, the kind of different experiences obviously they might have had when they were growing. The kind of experience one person or one sibling had would be different from the other one, and that would determine how he or she has grown as a person. And all this is because our God wanted us to be different. If He has designed me, if He has created me to be different, He has a purpose for me as a different person. With all my limitations, with all my imperfections, He wants me to be different, and a purpose behind being different. If God doesn't want me to have that, if God doesn't have a different purpose for me in my life, then why should He create me different from my sister or from my friend? He would have designed us all of us the same way, so that if things could happen or things could work out that way, why should He take a struggle to create all of us in a different way? So that question, I think, is worth thinking about. All of us could at least spend some time thinking or reflecting to see why God should have created me, or why did God create me different from a second person, from my sibling, from my cousin, or your friend that you admire, or somebody, oh, I should have been like him or her. Just think, why was I created different from that particular person who I actually admire about, who I dream to be like him or her? Okay, and just see if it's not always these blessings that are different for all of us. Even the struggles that comes up in our life will also be different, and how we take up the struggles or challenges will also be different from person to person. Okay, life without limitations, I think it's just a dream for all of us. Or, yeah, all of us have certain limitations, or the limitations or the constraints that we build or create for ourselves. And we all wish or pray that we have a life free of all these limitations. And let me ask you, people, we have limitations, yes. We have desires, yes. We have hopes, we have ambitions, we have different challenges in different aspects of our life. And all of us may not be born to a similar scenario or to a life that is a too much ease. Or at least in few points, our life may not be that rosy as we imagine or dream of. And these things are out of our control. And I don't think either me or you can stop certain things from happening. And certain things are our reality. And my reality is different from a second person's reality. And obviously, as I said, this is something that I don't have any control or power over. But the rest is ours. Even if I am put into a particular situation, I am put into a particular challenge, how I move about, or how I decide, or the way I choose to move about is mine. It is in my control. Maybe that situation or event is out of my control, but how I move about is definitely under my control. I can choose to be frustrated, I can choose to be irritated, but yes, people, how I can obviously choose to strive this particular situation too. It's not always that I have a full stop then and there. There are different ways to move about and different ways to overcome it. But the choice is definitely ours. And it's not with the second person. And yeah, if you take a particular step, or if you wish, or if you dream to have a particular change in your life, or you wish to have a miracle in your life happening, that will happen, or the God will definitely help you move about that particular situation, achieve your dream, achieve your ambition, if it is God's will to happen, if you're acting over it. God could help a person only if we are helping ourselves. God will definitely help you, God will definitely help your friends, God will definitely help me only if I am putting an effort to help myself. Blaming somebody, or blaming a different person, blaming the situation, or worrying about how things have happened, I don't think God can just like that work a miracle there. So instead of waiting for a miracle, instead of waiting for a particular change to happen, why don't we take a step? Why don't we act so that we give way even for our God to help us, or for God to help us move about with that particular situation and in that particular aspect of our life. And it's quite interesting, or it's quite confusing to hear that if there, I might have, you all of us have heard that God knows you every point of your life, how life is going to be, or what I am into in this particular point. Definitely God knows what is happening. So I used to wonder at times, or I have not that to my heart, I never accepted that fact. Yeah, God is there, God is somebody who knows everything, he's a superpower. And as I was growing, I could recognize, or I could understand or accept God as my friend. But let me tell you one experience that I had in my life. So when I was in grade 12, okay, so one of my friends' father passed away, and she stay in a different place, and I have to travel overnight to reach her place. And my father was not at home, and it was we had some difficulties at that time to reach her home in such a immediate period of time. And she was that close to me that I had to go. Badly wanted to be there, and I told my parents, somehow you take me there. And my father was not that happy, still he agreed, and my mom and I decided to take a train overnight to her place. And as we were about to move, some half an hour before we were about to leave, I got a call, and it was that the funeral or the service was being postponed to a different day as somebody had to come from abroad or something. And obviously after that I didn't have my mom had some other commitments, and there was no way that I could go or reach her. So I felt sad, I was disappointed, because I know what she might be going through at that particular point. I wanted to be there at least. I don't know how would I have helped her, but maybe my presence, I definitely wanted she to have that, and I was sad. Okay. And a few days later, I went to my church for the morning mass. And as I moved out of the church, a sister in the convent nearby, she came to me and asked, Sheetal, were you planning for a journey? Then I was like, I actually forgot this. And I wondered for a minute, and then I said, yeah, yes, yes. And she asked me, how was it, what is it, and all that. So I was talking to her. Then she said she had a dream last night, and it was that I was traveling in a train and I was crying that badly. I was frightened and I was crying that badly. And she told me, and I said, this was it. I didn't go, and that conversation was an end there. And later, I too didn't think too much about that. And later, during an adoration, I don't know, this particular incident came up in my mind. Then, with that, a particular insight too. God, my loving God, knew what was going to happen with me. What was the next thing that is going to happen in my life? So, in a different way, He moved me away from that. And I don't know, my friends, I don't know how to tell you how happy or how delighted I was at that particular point. So, what I wanted to tell you was, God knows you people. God knows what is about to come in your life, what is happening in your life in this particular point too. But He wants you too to act on it. You too to accept your reality, accept what is happening with you, and then act on it. You may feel lonely, you may feel frustrated, but all these feelings of loneliness, depression, whatever you go through are just feelings. But your God is true. Your feelings is for a particular period, and definitely you move about it. But now, then and before, your God is there and He is there for you. And when challenges come, or as you grow, when you face different things, I am sure these challenges or the frustrations that you have is because you want a change there, or it is actually a signal that you strive to be different, or you feel that things I have to grow, or you have that inner trigger or instinct in your life to grow. So when frustration comes up, you should be happy, because only these frustrations or only the struggles that you have in your life will help you grow. If you are at ease, if you're going in a monotonous tone in your life, I don't think a growth is going to happen. So when challenges comes up, be happy. These experiences and these challenges is definitely, that is something that would help you grow as a person. And as you wish to have a different change in your life or a miracle to happen in your life, let you be the person who take the first step towards your dream. And obviously, your God will help you move about that particular situation. So have an open mind, experiences might be different, the things happening around you might be different, and God's plan for you might be different. Your dreams for you or what you want to achieve in your life will be different, and it may or may not be that your God's plan can be different from that of yours, and you should have that patience to wait for that. And yeah, why don't you try reflecting on yourself on a particular incident that was quite challenging for you, or something that you felt like giving up, and later on, or just think if something has happened that later on it proved to be different, or you had a happy ending after it, or just see how things worked out with it. Maybe after the session you could spend some time to think over it. So, yeah, there might be different ways to reach what you wanted with your God's help. So, do take actions, do pray, hold your God's hand, and move ahead in your life. So, God bless you all. Thank you.